From a small headache to internal bleeding, concussions affect all who receive them. Well-educated individuals in the medical and teaching field have knowledge on concussions and how they affect individuals.
Concussions affect players in the sense of they have a hard time remembering plays, they have a hard time, even in school, much anything else. And even the concussions have a hard time, the players have a hard time with concussions, and especially with light.
Names here and there, but all the research that has been going on, there's definitely more long-term effects that could be more severe, but luckily I have not reached any long-term effects just yet. But for me, I just forget things here and there, like short-term memory. I had to write things down. Before I never had to do that, but maybe that's from the concussions.
Have concussions affected your personal life, and how?
Well, Hassiara, I feel it has affected my personal life because I feel I had undiagnosed concussion probably when I was in high school, when I was playing basketball, when I banged my head against the floor. Where am I right now? Understanding when a concussion has occurred. Because when you start tweaking and stuff like that, you're starting to take away from the game and its tradition and what the game represents and what it is. And I just feel if you do that, kind of like we're doing with football, we're kind of taking away what football is. And same thing with basketball. If you do any more precautions, you're taking away the game of basketball, what it has always been. And to me, not to be sarcastic, but what's next? Do we start wearing helmets during basketball?
What are the long-term effects concussions have on a person?
The long-term effects could be interfering with possibly their learning. If they're not recovered fully from their concussion and they return to sports and they get re-injured, it can just slow the process down of healing in the brain. And also if their vision's affected, just sitting in the classroom all day, can be hard for a student. So they really have to complete their therapy and let themselves heal.
Do you think they should take more precautions in sports to avoid concussions?
I definitely agree with that. Being that I even have young children, being out in the soccer fields, you don't see any type of headgear, and we've had, kids who have been hit with the ball numerous times. In fact, there is a soccer player locally that has had repeated concussions from soccer and, has had quite a bit of damage. And possibly with the new type of headgear, not a helmet for soccer, but something like padding would probably help cushion the effects of the ball. And definitely screening kids when they have any type of impact on the field and putting them out as a precautionary, yeah.
Concussions are apparent in all sports. From young athletes to professionals, the effects they have on a brain can truly alter a person's life and should be taken more seriously in years to come.